Hey, this is Brimstone. You're watching AFK away from the keyboard. Ain't no better place to be than right here watching now.
Here and have a good time with you guys. Be sure to, ask them about that Breaking Bad. It's an awesome show, right? Yeah. All right, let's give a round of applause. RJ Mitte.
How formal? Do you want to make this formal or informal?
You can lay on the couch if you like. Yeah, go
ahead.
Hey everybody, I'm Garrett Killian. I'm one of the event directors here for Alamo City Comic Cons, filling in for hosting our Breaking Bad with RJ Mitte.
We lost our host.
Yeah, so it's going to be very amateur hour and very unprofessional.
Acid barrel, kind of. No, okay, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Fine.
So how's your con so far, RJ?
It's great. It's always great to do this. Everyone, are y'all enjoying? Are y'all having a good time? I mean, y'all can. Yeah, that's what we like to hear. Yeah. No, it's great. We have amazing fans here, and we have a really good group of people. And I always enjoy when I see my friends, and anytime I see Comic Book Man on the roster, I'm like, I'm going. When Ming or Brad or any of the guys are there, I'm here.
Awesome. So, anybody else you were looking forward to seeing here or interacting with?
I know Ryan fairly well. OP from Sons of Anarchy. If anyone's got a chance, he's awesome. Comic Book Men are awesome. I saw a few of the people that are working actually the convention. You included. It's always great to see. And it was funny actually though. I messaged. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on her name. But she was one of the WWE girls. Yeah. And Kimberly?
China?
No.
Katrina?
Perez.
Katrina. Yeah.
Is it Katrina?
Kaylee Pettis.
Yes. So I got her mixed up with another one of my friends, and I messaged her. And I never private message anyone on Twitter because I just think it's just not knowing someone and messaging someone randomly. I don't know. I always feel awkward when it's like, hey, it's great. But needless to say, I was like, hey, it's great. I saw you're on the roster. I can't wait to see you. By the way, I haven't talked to you in forever. And, it was another girl that I knew, 5 years ago. But same last name, different girl. Not her. She was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And, she's like, where did we meet? Question mark. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is not.
But you're famous. You can get away with that. We can't. You can.
Kind of. It's still a gray area because see, we no matter who you are, you can still creep out any girl, and we can definitely I don't care who you are, you can still creep someone out.
Good advice. Good advice for everyone. Yeah, definitely. But, so I'm sure many of your fans are here because of Breaking Bad. You want to kind of tell us what you've been doing since the show has been off?
Yeah, working.
Yeah, you're a busy guy.
I am fairly busy. I'm lucky. I finished the show probably. It's been about 2 years ago, I think, 3 years ago almost now, and just hit the ground running. Breaking Bad was very special and unique in a way where most shows don't really have an afterlife. And when we ended, Netflix kind of was on a rise of binge viewing and how people view television now. It's like who in this room actually still tunes in on a Friday? And so, I mean, this is a Comic-Con, but how many of y'all still tune in on the Friday or Saturday night, at that time? Are you or most of y'all just wait for Netflix, correct? Yeah, see, that's not what I'm used to. But I'm definitely a binge viewer, but Breaking Bad was on that swing, and we caught an amazing afterlife. The show has such life, and people are still. Who has finished the show in this room? Has anyone? All right, who
everybody,
hasn't?
Yeah.
See there?
There's a
Wait,
couple.
come on, y'all can raise your hands if y'all haven't finished the show. I don't watch it either, so. Um, but we're lucky to have that, and the show kept going on, and that's one of the reasons why I can still come to these events and see my friends and meet amazing fans like yourselves. And I was lucky to come off that show, and the hurricane that just kept on blowing through with the show. I was able to be on a show called Twisted Birth, which was on ABC Family, which was amazing, and we had such a blast being a part of. And I just been shooting. I shot a movie, and I'm in the middle of shooting another movie called Triumph. We're shooting in Tennessee, and I just drove. Well, me, my mom, and my sister. If y'all come to the booth, you'll probably see the little redhead and the blonde. That's my family. But we drove from Tennessee to Louisiana, stopped in Shreveport, Louisiana. From there, we drove to Lafayette, Louisiana. From there, we drove to Houston, and Houston here. And then I think either tomorrow night or in the morning, we're going to leave for Los Angeles.
Wow.
Because I have to be on a flight for Tuesday night. So I'm always traveling, and I'm
You
lucky.
can fly to all of those places too. You don't have to drive.
See, I was in Tennessee for a month, and I have a lot of crap with me. Like not so much me, but it's my luggage. Like my mother, my sister. They're actually listening to this, so I'm sure they're just like, I'm gonna get him when he gets off stage. He's gonna be in trouble. But it was somewhat easier to drive. I had to stop in Louisiana. I had to renew my driver's license.
All right.
So
important
did that.
things.
Yeah, important things.
Yeah.
Got some Botox. Actually, you think I'm joking, but no, I legitimately got some Botox. And not many people know this, but Botox, really the main thing it was used for was for spasticity and with strokes and epilepsy and certain different, not epilepsy, but certain muscular dystrophy and certain different aspects of that. They use Botox to paralyze the muscle, so it will weaken that muscle so you can build the other muscle around it to control it. So with cerebral palsy, does anyone know what cerebral palsy is? For the people that don't know, cerebral palsy is from lack of oxygen to the brain, causing damage around certain parts of the lobe. So it affects a number of things. That's fine and gross motor skills, hand-eye coordination, ligaments. There's a few different types. The most common types are the spastic, and I forget the, just pretty much, I can't think of the other term, but not spastic. It's where the muscles loosen instead of tighten. Where I have spastic cerebral palsy, where my muscles continue to tighten. So what happens is my left leg and my left hand is the most affected. So what they do is they go into the muscle in your forearm, and they find the muscles and the tendons that work your hand, and they inject it with Botox, and they paralyze certain muscles. So right now, my ring and my pinky have been injected, and it helps me gain control, as well as my leg, where they go into the muscle, so my foot does not turn, and I can work on keeping it straight, because in the movie that I've been doing, it's about high school wrestling, and it takes place in the 80s. So leotards and the whole.
That's where you're growing out the hair a little bit.
Well, actually, I was a little irritated because I wanted a haircut, and they're like, "We like it. Let's keep it long." I'm like, "I want a haircut." I wanted a mullet. Like, think about it. Like shave the sides and leave it, and I just mohawk it, like a mohawk / mullet. I think I would look really, really good.
So you're going method for this role.
I've been learning Olympic wrestling for the last little bit. Hey, you forgot to shut off your phone, man. What's up with that?
Sorry.
What's up with that? Hey, silence all phone. No. But because of this project, I have to walk with my foot turned in, and I have to roll my foot on the pinky toe, and that gives it and keep my heel up. So it gives me more of a limp kind, not a limp, but more of a physical appearance. And with my hand, it's actually based on a guy named Michael Coffey who wrote this story, who it's loosely based on his life. He did wrestle when he was younger, and he broke his collarbone, and that's what happens to me in the story. But it's on him, and he has spastic cerebral palsy. So I'm kind of taking his character and using him for my character. So, but from that, the thing about cerebral palsy is a lot of it gets down to muscle memory and how you hold muscles and how you hold yourself. But if you start walking spastic and you start holding yourself spastic, you start actually being spastic. So like you have to stretch, and I have to keep working on it, because right now with this, my body wants to go back to how that is. So I have to maintain it, and that's hence the Botox. I just love saying that. It sounds like it's like it's so Hollywood. It's like I just text my friends and be like, "Yo, I got some Botox today." They're like, "What? You did?"
And then they're looking at your face where you injected.
They're like, "I can't even tell, man. It looks they did a great job. There's no bruising or anything." I'm like, "It's in my arm.
It's right here.
It's here and here."
So other than that, I mean, you've done a lot of other things. You're starting a whole little DJ career on the side, some modeling also, I've seen.
Partying, and that falls in the modeling and DJ group. Yeah, I've been learning. I DJ'd a little bit when I was younger, and then I got someone broke into my house and they stole all my equipment, and which was lame, But luckily, it discouraged me. But thank God I had insurance for that. So, but I went on a trip after that. I was like, I need a vacation. But yeah, I've been learning that. I'm trying to learn some other stuff and musical stuff right now. Just getting that. I enjoy music. My little sister's a singer, so I figured the more I learn, the better it will be for her career as well. Be like, no, don't do that. That's a horrible idea. I learned my lesson. But I'm traveling. I'm always working. I DJ, I model, I produce, I direct, I act. I do whatever keeps me going, whatever moves me, and I do a lot of speeches and stuff on diversity in the arts and media, and turning a disability into an ability, and anti-bullying, and I talk about the concept of fear and how fear really dictates what we are and who we are, and the trick is to not allow that to manipulate us, and not just our own fear, but the fear people place on us. And through this movie, I've also been thinking a lot about perseverance, because we all have perseverance, but the thing about it is we don't utilize our perseverance. We allow ourselves to get to this level of what we're wanting and what we were trying to attain, and we allow only so much perseverance before we're like, okay, I can't do this anymore. But the thing about it is you have to power through, and you have to take your life for your own, and not be manipulated by your fear.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're a great inspiration from that. That's awesome.
I mean, I see. This is the thing, and one of the things I try to talk to people about is dude, the phone, man. I'm messing with you. He's like, now when it vibrates, the whole thing, the whole floor is going to vibrate.
I apologize.
No, it's going to be.
We got a question?
Yeah, by all means, man.
Yeah, definitely. Move on.
Please.
To
Do you have any interesting stories about being on the set of Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I got tons of stories about. I mean. Yes and no. We worked. That's what we did. We worked. Like, it was mostly like we had fun. We enjoyed what we were doing on the show, and we had a lot of time in New Mexico. And we loved New Mexico and had so much fun. But it was a professional set, and we all enjoyed what we were doing. We created an amazing product, and that people loved, and that we loved to be a part of. And it was just so much fun being able to create something that you wanted to go to work on. You know, a lot of people in this industry aren't happy doing their work and not doing their work, but doing projects that they're not, they don't feel attached to. But
How do you feel about the finished product after everything was said and done? How did you feel about it?
I loved it. I was happy. I was happy that we got it ending. You know, they kept wanting to cut the show, and we weren't getting our fan base that they thought they want, because in the industry you have to have over a certain amount of viewers, And we were scratching the surface on that, but we weren't getting to get syndicated, or not to get syndicated, but to keep a show going longer than after like 4 or 5 seasons, you need around 10 million followers or views to that station, and we didn't. We had about 4 to 5 million by season 4, so they were really reluctant on keeping us on the air. And we were lucky that we got our ending, we got our finale, because they weren't going to when he said I won, that could have been the end, or at the end of season 4 could have been the end. Like it's sad to see these shows that you get and you follow and you grow with, and next thing you know, it's like, wait, where's the ending? Oh, the show got canceled. It's like, what? Why? But we're lucky to have that, and it grew into something amazing. So.
One, I got to kind of formally apologize. I was one of the Netflix binge viewers. I love the show. It was a great show. So I'm sorry I couldn't attribute to the normal fan base, but it was great on Netflix for binging.
No worries.
Reasons why I kept waking up late the next day. I was like, one more episode.
Yeah.
But I got to ask, kind of true or untrue, was it true that the guy that played Walter White, did he like not have his pants on before noon? Like I heard he once said he didn't have like pants until like,
he liked to be free, like he just feel the breeze between his knees.
Or was that really you?
It's a gray area. No, but he kept his pants on. It's like it was no human resources calls, no sexual harassment. It was good. He kept his clothes on, thank God. But no, we had an awesome set, and we did do quirks, and he did walk around in his tidy whities, or like 1 or 2 times. But I mean, we had fun, and we were very a family dynamic set, and that's what's really important is when you get on a set and you feel the love and you feel that this connection with everyone that you have, and you're able to grow with them. And yes, they were all seasoned actors, and they all were in the industry for much longer than I was. But when you're able to grow with them and you're able to learn with them, and when you have a project like Breaking Bad, you do have an opportunity to grow and learn from each other and learn from the best. So. And
the second question was, can I love your performance. Can I get like a hug from you, man? That's cool.
Yeah, by all means, man. Here. All right, run that real quick. Here. So anyways, you want
Do you have another question?
Does anyone have any more questions, or is there anything that comes to mind that y'all would like to ask while I'm here?
I have a question. Is Vince Gilligan as crazy as everyone kind of said he was? Oh, over here.
I see you. There we go.
Was Vince Gilligan kind of as crazy as everyone kind of like says he is?
What do they say?
No, just he gets really into it. Like he just gets he's kind of really intense. Like how intense was he?
I think in the industry, like people like that, they can be intense. But I think what's your definition of crazy? Because if you were in my household, that's a very broad statement. But no, I love Vince. Vince is amazing. He's one of those people that is highly intelligent. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get what he wants, and he can do it to any degree. And when he has his mindset on something, he knows, and he loves what he does. He loves what he's able to do, and he's able to weave this amazing story of turmoil and love and passion. It's insane to see it, and Vince has so much intelligence, and he's able to do amazing things, and it was a pleasure to work with him and be a part of this project the way it went down. So, but I think we're all crazy. If you're in this industry, you kind of have to be crazy. Exactly. So,
our next question over here.
Hey, how's it going? My buddies and I wanted to know if you're going to go to the Hodor after party.
The horror? Oh yeah. Maybe possibly. Yeah. You
can have, like, a
check out that Rave of Thrones.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
You
it's
should
gonna
have,
be
like, a
good,
guest
man.
spot.
I'm excited. I know the promoters of Rave of Thrones, and they were both under the same umbrella of agents. So see, it's really there. This world is so connected when it comes down to it. Like pretty much everyone knows everyone. So when you get in trouble, everyone knows that you got in trouble. So it's interesting, but no, I possibly will be there. Cool. I don't know. Just have to wait and see. Yeah.
I think we have a question over here.
So my name's Rudy. Nice to meet you, RJ.
Pleasure. Nice to meet you, man.
My question was, you were talking about how you have cerebral palsy, and I'm just wondering how difficult was it, the process before you finally got your big break as Breaking Bad. Before then, was it hard? Was it difficult? Were you being typecast, like not being called in for auditions? I'm wondering how hard that is.
I never really put cerebral palsy on my resume. I didn't really see the point of that.
Under attributes.
Under qualifications, walk with crutches, has braces. I never really thought about putting that, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to have that. And when I would go into an audition, and I started this industry because of my little sister. And if you move to Los Angeles and you don't go to school, you don't join a gang, and you don't act, which are pretty much all the same thing, you're not gonna make friends. You're not gonna know anyone, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, what do you do?" It's like, "Oh, I'm here." They're like, "Oh, are you an actor?" Or yeah, no, I'm not. It's like, "Oh, okay, bye then." Like that's Los Angeles. If you're not in the industry, no one really wants to talk to you. Which is kind of sad, actually. It's a little depressing now that I say it out loud. But I started because of her to meet kids my own age, and I was around 12, 13 when I moved to Los Angeles. Actually, from Houston, I was living in Spring, Texas, and but it's Houston. Come on, don't clap that hard. Someone's gonna pull that up and someone from Houston gonna be like, "What's wrong with Houston? Got a problem?" But I moved there and for her, and she booked a Lucille Ball campaign. If you see her, she has bright red hair. She was 1.5 at the time. And I started working to meet kids my own age, and next thing I know, it turned into a career. But when it came to my disability, I never really, I don't look at my disability as a disability. I look at it as a part of life. I don't really think of myself any different from anyone else. When it comes to any physical challenge, you can always overcome it. Yes, it's going to be harder for most people and harder for situations for everyone. No one is the same in life, and no one really has the same struggles, but they do have a common ground, and that is what we are capable of doing, and that is anything. If you want something bad enough, if you want to work on what you are and who you are, it's your decision to take control. You have to fight for that. So I never really ever thought of myself being disabled, and I didn't even know I had something wrong with me until I went to school, and someone was like, "Well, what's wrong with you?" And they're like, "Why do you wear that? What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What's wrong with you? I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about."
Kids are the worst.
Kids, man. Kids these days. But I started working and auditioning and doing extra work. And I recommend anyone that wants to break into the industry and try it without any consequences is try extra work. Extra work is a great way to see a professional set, to see a camaraderie of lead actors and producers, directors, and the crew. It's a great way to watch it. And if you don't get caught up in playing around, and you can actually watch the set unfold, it's the best way to learn. So I recommend that. But I was only working for about 6-7 months before I started auditioning for Breaking Bad. And I auditioned 5 times, 4 in Los Angeles, once in New Mexico. And apparently they liked me and booked me, and it gave me a career.
Yeah, awesome. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, RJ.
Very next question.
I have a two-part question.
Yeah.
First, what did you have for breakfast today?
I have not eaten today, sadly. I know people are like, make something up when someone asks you that. I'm like, why? I'm like, there's no point. But I am a bacon fan, if that makes you feel any better. So yeah.
My second question was, how much of you being obsessed with breakfast, did that cross over the show, or was that just something that they made up? Or?
Well, the thing about what's funny is my character wasn't really obsessed with breakfast. The only reason why people think that he's obsessed with breakfast is because that was the only scenes that y'all really saw the family come together in. Like that was it. The breakfast table was the only time no one was murdering someone, screwing someone, making meth, or like just laundering money. Like that was the breakfast, like that like, and there was one really awkward lunch. So we just kind of stuck with the breakfast. But I think that's what it came down to, and people gravitated towards that because it was that moment of calm before the storm. That was the only time this family really was a family. And then when they left that table, they all became different people, really except for my character. But for the most part, when they left that morning and they would go out to their lives, Skylar would pretty much, she was always still Skylar, but she would still be her own person. And Walt would leave and he would be Heisenberg. And every night he would come back, he would still be Heisenberg. And you could see the difference between how he would be in the morning and how he would be throughout the whole day if you look at like his character. And in my mind, that's how I see it. And I think that's what people gravitated towards, was that innocence and that honesty and that happiness that they had for a second. So.
What's the most unusual breakfast item someone's brought to you?
I get a lot of like veggie bacon. Like I get a lot of that. Like
kind of random.
Yeah, I mean it goes in line with the show, but like it's a little weird when it's hot. Like someone hands you like this pack of bacon and I'm like, why is this so warm? Like where was this? And I'm like, would you like me to sign this for you? Here you go. I just kind of like, I sign it and hand it back and be like, thank you. I'm like, it was warm. Why? Yeah,
They'll treasure that always.
I'm sure. I just hope they don't eat it and get food poisoning. That would be horrible. They'd be like, I had Walt Jr. sign my bacon today, and then I got food poisoning from it. Hashtag hospital or something like that. I don't know.
Question over here.
Yeah. I'll buy you a bacon cheeseburger.
All right.
Okay, since you haven't eaten. Do you keep in
Whatever, yeah.
Do you keep in touch with any of the other actors? Like, does Brian send you a Christmas card?
Yeah. I mean, we all keep in touch. Like Brian wished me happy birthday what month? We're in September, right?
Last week? 2 weeks ago? Maybe.
We're
in September.
Okay, yeah, like 2 weeks ago, something like that. I can't. Yeah, all the days just blend together. But no, we keep in touch. I mean, yes and no. I'll probably hear from Brian or Vince once every couple of years or a year. Like we're all working. Everyone's traveling, and I'm fairly socially awkward when it comes to my phone. But like we're all traveling. Like I'm traveling right now. So like I leave here. I'm driving back to LA, and I leave. I get back Tuesday probably because it's a 19-hour drive. But I get back Tuesday, I leave Tuesday night, and then I come back the 16th, and then I leave the 22nd to the 23rd. But that's because I'm going fishing I'm going on an overnight boat. But then I leave the 24th to go to Illinois, Philadelphia, and one more stop. Like I travel about 10 months out of the year, as well as Brian and Aaron and everyone does. We're all scattered across the world and all in different time zones. So I mean, it's kind of hard to connect, but we hear from each other, and we're ships You ever heard the saying "ships at night"? Ships coming close to each other, but you never really see them. Like we literally will we'll probably pass in the airport more than we actually realize.
You're just in constant motion, aren't you?
I am. I really am. Yes.
Another question over here.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Pleasure.
I was wondering, when you did the audition and they gave you like the character script for the son, like how would you feel when you were reading it and you're just like, oh wow, this guy is kind of mean.
As in for wait, which scene you're talking about? The first part? It wasn't that bad. Like I really enjoyed it, and the way that it all played together is I love the character. I mean, that's how people are though. People aren't really the kindest when it comes to life, and when they see someone with a disability, and not just someone with a disability, but when they see someone that they think they can manipulate and push down. You have a lot of people that try to make them feel better and think that pushing someone down lifts them up, and it doesn't work like that. It's like when I just saw the greatest concept for it actually a minute ago. It's like when you're drowning someone, you usually get drowned yourself trying to do it. So I mean, if you think about it, that's when someone's pushing you down and bullying you. That's what happens. And when I read the script for Breaking Bad, it wasn't about a character with a disability. It was about a person living its life. And yes, in the pilot, we have that little moment where he is being bullied, but Brian comes in and knocks that dude out, pretty much. He goes and drops him. Like that's how people want to be, and that's what people want to do. And but people are afraid. They're afraid to stand up for themselves. They're afraid to be who they're meant to be. And that's the thing is you can't allow yourself to be intimidated by fear. No matter how many times you want to just run, you have to stand and fight. And that's in Breaking Bad. It's that stand and fight. And I really enjoyed that. And I love the script. I love the pilot. The pilot's my favorite episode. I had a blast doing it, and it really turned into something beautiful. So, definitely.
Yeah, we got one over here.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad, but I'm also a really big fan of Switch Ship Birth.
Awesome. Thank you.
I was just wondering, how was it working on the set of Switch Ship Birth, especially being so different from Breaking Bad?
I loved it. You know, it was different as in the storyline and everything about it, but the people were friendly, and that was not different from Breaking Bad. They welcomed me as a family. They welcomed me to their set. I was very lucky to have the run that I had on Switch at Birth. It really was an amazing dynamic. Sadly, me and Daphne didn't work out. That girl gets around, you know. But if y'all see the show, y'all know what I'm talking about. But I loved it. They were amazing. Katie was awesome. We had such a blast. Everyone that was a part of it, Ryan, Vanessa, just everyone that really comes together and they love what they do. Like I said earlier, not a lot of actors are happy. Not a lot of they do a lot of work that they don't want to have to do, and that's fine. They have to be characters they don't want to be, but the thing is when you can make the best out of your character and you can have fun doing it, and that's what I try. Even if I have a character I don't like, I still do my best to tear that character up and make the best that he can be. But they're all happy. Switch at Birth was amazing. I had so much fun. It shoots actually in Los Angeles, so I was happy to shoot at home for a minute, just being able to like drive 45 minutes north to Santa Clarita to go shoot. And it was just, they're great people. They really are. And I learned a little bit of sign, but it's mostly dirty. It's just like naughty sign language pretty much. Because my character didn't sign, and I was learning a little bit. And I took sign language when I was younger, but I kind of forgot. But I do remember the dirty ones. So.
At your table. Maybe.
Yeah. I can sweet talk any deaf girl in here. That's I got that covered. No.
I think we've got time for a couple more questions here.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan, so I was wondering if you have any plans to appear on Better Call Saul.
Not to my knowledge, and if I did, I'd probably be a child. It wouldn't be me. It would be Walt Jr., but probably not me playing Walt Jr. But I don't know. I mean, anything could happen, but I'm pretty sure my character, my run is done. So, but I was lucky to have it, and we had a lot of fun doing it. So, but everyone likes Better Call Saul. Has anyone been watching? It's amazing, right? I love Bob Odenkirk. Bob Odenkirk is amazing. For people that don't know the history behind Bob Odenkirk, he's been working in this industry and for a good I'm not gonna say how long, but for a minute. But like he wrote for SNL, he did amazing shows. I loved his comedy and
Mr. Show,
Mr. Show,
amazing,
like with David Cross, and like he's done so many amazing skits, and he has so much knowledge. And this is the thing is Breaking Bad had people on it that were intelligent, like. You have a lot of actors in this industry, and not just actors, but people in general that don't have not book knowledge. You can only learn so much from a book before real life has to take over. But they have so much on set, on life, real experiences that they've been able to hone and create with, and that's what I find helps me is I utilize what I know and what I've been through and my experiences to help me create my characters. What my characters are, and who they are, and what they've been through, and I try to utilize my own experiences and twist them a little bit, but I try to use that to create them, and they have that same ability, and they utilize what they know, and in this industry, you have to be able to take everything in and create something and put something back out there that's a real person, so.
Awesome. I think we have maybe one last question.
Well, I know you must be used to hearing this a lot, but I'm a big fan. My name is Sean, and I guess the question I really just want to ask is, I noticed that during Breaking Bad, Bryan Cranston, he sort of gives off, like initially he's sort of just an intimidating teacher, but then he becomes more darker, more, cynical and a lot more shady. And I'm just wondering, like, when he's not acting, does that feeling he gives off, is it still there?
No, not really. I mean, I never really. Even when he was Heisenberg, I never really saw, like, yeah, he's a little cynical, and yeah, it's a bit shady, but I mean, like, who isn't these days? But, no, he's loving and caring. He has such a well-being about himself, and like I said earlier, like, the knowledge that he has and the intelligence is something that really carries through into that work and helps you develop what this world and what this world needed. But no, he's a pleasure. He's really a lot of fun. So.
Wow. And then we'll take one last question over here.
Awesome.
Hi. Microphone. So you said you didn't eat today, right? Do you want to go to Denny's? Because there's one right across the road. And
I'm good right
it's the
now.
only restaurant I've seen. I'm not from Texas. And
No
I've only been in
worries,
Texas
no
for like 2
worries.
weeks.
I'm sure you're getting plenty of food offers after
yeah,
this.
no, we got some stuff upstairs I'm gonna munch on. But dude, you gotta do barbecue here. It's amazing.
Yeah, we do.
So like, come on, you're in Texas.
Oh,
Where are you from?
I'm from Georgia.
All right, yeah, the barbecue's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still good. Yeah. I mean.
No, but I'm good. Thank you though.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm on a diet, a liquid diet.
Not this. Yeah.
Water?
Yeah, not water. We'll get something.
Yeah, I'm not worried. Yeah, we'll work it out.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this.
my
Thank you for
pleasure.
coming.
No,
we really
thank you.
appreciate it. So you're an inspiration. Once again, hope you have a good time. Enjoy San Antonio.
Definitely. Thank you all so
See you
much.
guys guys towards the back. We appreciate you coming. Thank you so much.